Hello, and welcome to the third episode of Smart Money Sundays. I hope you're doing well and are excited to attack the markets this week. It's a brand new week, which means fresh opportunities to take a nice profit out of the market. All right, so as usual, I'm going to more or less focus on the majors, some of the majors, and again, I'm not going to be giving, trades out, but just kind of more or less giving out a bias or where we expect kind of these markets to go to. All right, what kind of levels, higher time frame we're looking at as our objectives. Okay, so starting off on DXY, obviously you can see how we did accumulate here in price. All right, you can see our impulsive move, one drive, retracement, second drive. Okay, so naturally we'd expect at least one more drive into the high. All right, so a continuation, higher time frame right now with our uptrend. Okay, so my immediate attention comes into these discounted levels here around 93, 93.20 to look for some type of accumulation, lower time frame for continuation here, higher time frame. Now, I would really like this level, except for the fact that we do have these relatively clean lows down here that I believe could be a target in terms of a run on liquidity. All right, so I do think there's a possibility that we do have that really steeper retracement here, run out these lows, and then get our continuation to the upside. Okay, so I'm first going to be focusing on this level. All right, if we don't respect it, if we don't create a higher low here, I would expect then that these lows here will be run out before we see any type of continuation or next impulsive move to the upside on the dollar. Okay, but this gives us some kind of awareness of what to look for on the dollar. I do believe we have at least some short-term more downside here to at least take out this low here, and then come into our region of imbalance. Okay, so again, that means our inversely correlated pairs, that is XXX USD, we'd be looking for more upside, at least in the short term. All right, so hopping over there, we'll take a look at Aussie. Okay, Aussie, I do like, again, more upside, looking for that initial dollar weakness, and then that continuation for dollar strength. Therefore, looking for shorts, higher time frame on Aussie dollar. Okay, and so obviously you can see we did have that significant sell-off retracement last week, pretty much all of last week. Okay, and I do believe we can continue that retracement to some degree into around 7240, 7250, where we can then look to short this market down into 6920 would be my higher time frame kind of objective. As you can see, these twin lows down here. Okay, so right now, we would be getting, if we got our selling opportunity up here around 7240, 7250, we'd be getting in at a nice premium price and look to swing this thing down a few hundred, about 320 pips. Okay, it's just not quite ready yet. And as you can see, we are counter trend bullish at the moment. And if we do pull a fib, kind of a reverse fib, you can see that negative 27 kind of lines out with that 7240 region of price, taking out these twin highs here. Okay, so I'll be looking around 7240, 7250, like I said, for continuations, higher time frame for a swing to the downside. All right, kind of same deal with Kiwi. Again, these pairs are relatively correlated. And in terms of a higher time frame downside objective for me on Kiwi would be 6380. I believe I spoke about these lows a couple weeks ago. Okay, so I'll be looking for these lows to eventually be run out. Right, it's going to take some time. As you can see, we did create that new lower low break of short-term market structure. So we would naturally expect a pullback, creating a lower high. All right, and then that continuation to the downside. Okay, so kind of like Aussie, this one's not quite ready yet. I believe we can push into our region of imbalance up here before we get that selling opportunity. Okay, but for now, you could potentially look for another counter trend buying opportunity around 6,600. You can see our imbalance here. Okay, we would be running out a lot of these lows. Okay, so I'd be looking for just a simple higher low here with our counter trend, looking for that continuation into our higher time frame sell zone. Okay, so for Kiwi, looking to sell really 6,700 into that 6,725 area. I'll be looking for selling opportunities. Okay, but you could, if you wanted, catch a short-term intraday buy on up to the upside, continuing with our counter trend that formed last week. Okay, so that is NU. USD CAD, again, correlating all this kind of with our DXY analysis. We're continuing or looking at short-term downside on the DXY. Therefore, obviously, USD CAD, we would be looking for some more short-term downside. Okay, higher time frame objective for me is 1.3500, and I will be looking to scale in. You can see here on the 4-hour we have imbalance. Okay, so I will be looking to scale in around these regions of price to look for our continuation to the upside into 1.3500 overall objective, ultimately running out a lot of these clean highs within here. Okay, but you can see how we did USD CAD and clearly had our impulsive move, our reaccumulation, impulsive move. Okay, again, now retracing, looking for that third drive into the high as we are on DXY. Okay, so that is UCAD. GU. This one I'm a bit iffy on. Okay, I don't really necessarily am interested in this market at the moment, but you can see higher time frame. Obviously, we are bullish daily time frame. We're really technically bullish until we break and close below 1.2300. Okay, but you can see that we never took out a very old high here. This will ultimately be where price will be magnetized towards a higher time frame. It's just a matter of, are we ready yet for a continuation to the upside, right? And I think the answer to that is, given our kind of medium-term dollar bull bias, that we can see potentially another run into the lows here on sterling. Okay, taking out the 61.8 noobs, everyone who's buying at the 61 retail. So ultimately get that, potentially a run on the highs, okay, into some imbalance, and then our impulsive move down, taking out these lows here, okay, into 1.2600 at least. Okay, so I don't think GU is quite ready yet for that push back up into our old high here at 1.3515. Okay, I think we'll get a run on this liquidity to the upside and then a move back down to the downside into 1.2600 at least. Okay, that's just my thought process on this. I'll really, in reality, need some more data to kind of back this bias. Okay, if we get a firm daily candlestick closure here, kind of taking out the structure, then my bias might shift to looking for pullbacks and continuations. Okay, so I will be watching to see what price does here as we take out this liquidity. Okay, are we going to buy to sell, or are we going to maintain and sustain above these levels of price? Okay, so that's GU. Euro USD, kind of the same deal with AU and NU. Again, just looking for that short-term dollar weakness and then medium-term dollar strength for a higher time frame retracement. Okay, so EU, okay, obviously you can see ran out equal highs into 1.2. Okay, lower high, lower low. Naturally would expect another lower high to lower low. Higher time frame objective 1.1500. Okay, just not yet ready for that continuation. I do believe we can take out these highs here, come into our imbalance around 1.1800, and then look for that rollover. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at on Euro. So I believe that wraps it up for our majors. Just look at a couple other pairs really quickly for you guys. Euro JPY created some nice equal lows within this range, ran them out, sell to buy. Okay, so I am looking for a pullback into our 4-hour imbalance, 122.83. I will be looking to then target these most recent equal highs. I believe we have equal highs here, and ultimately looking to trade into 124.80 into 125 on Euro JPY. Okay, so if we can get a quick pop down, filling up some of this imbalance here, we'll be looking for that continuation into 125, 124.80. Okay, so that's EJ, GJ, kind of same deal. I'm looking at 137.50 as a higher time frame objective. Potential entry, looking to scale in at 135.57. As you can see, ran out equal lows, an old low here, sell to buy. Okay, but pound is very, very erratic at the moment with Brexit going on. So if you are trading pound, please use risk management and be safe with your trading. Don't trade too many pound pairs at once, okay? Because you can see how crazy this price action can get sometimes. All right, but that's GJ. I'm looking for continuations at the moment into 137.50. Okay, Euro GBP. Another one looking at continuations to the downside. I believe ultimately these twin lows here around 88.50 are going to be our target, are going to be the draw on liquidity. Okay, I believe we have distributed in price higher time frame on Euro GBP, and we should simply be looking for shorting opportunities and continuations to the downside, at least into our short to medium term target here at 8865 and these equal lows. Okay, so just looking for those continuations. We are below all the EMAs here, 4-hour, 1 hour. What you can do is potentially measure our imbalance 1 hour time frame. 50%, around 9095. Okay, taking out all of these wicks here, building up liquidity. If we get it at the right time of day, obviously you can see the 1 hour 50 is here, but if we can get it around London Open, get the buy to sell, that should be good to go in my opinion. Go ahead and target these lows, this low here as intraday targets. Okay, so that is EG, and I believe that wraps it up. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. New week, new opportunities. We are certainly ready to attack the markets this week. Again, VIP will be updated throughout the week with every single thing we're looking at. And with that, safe trading, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.